Well, good evening, sports fans, and welcome to this live streaming event from Table Rock Sports Productions in partnership with our local school districts. Thank you to our local sponsors who make these live athletic streams possible. Please support their businesses when you can. I am Boomer Marshall alongside Mikael Weish, Joe Brett back in studio. We are coming to you live from Mel Ingram Field on the campus of Grants Pass High School, and the visiting Sheldon Irish taking on the home team, the Grants Pass Cavemen. Sorry for the last second getting on there. Had some technical difficulties back in the well, right here, and also back in the studio. So, but we're here now. There's going to be no scoreboard for a little bit. We literally just got live right now. Thanks for bearing with us and tuning in to us. You're watching the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week as we get set up for this primetime Southwest Conference matchup here at Mel Ingram Field. The 4-3 Cavers against the 2-5 Sheldon Irish. One could say the Cavemen have payback on their mind after a 63-6 thumping last year. Sheldon, not quite the team they were last year, but here we go. We're underway live. Sheldon out past the 20 to the 25, make a man miss, and out to the 27-yard line, and that's where Tyler Martell's team, the head coach for Sheldon, will get things started. And it's going to be the sophomore, number 19, Riker Rowley, the sophomore, 6 foot, 165 pounds. He's got that cast on his left hand. Talked to Jordan Johnson, the quarterback coach, former famous Sheldon Irish alum. He's going to be a good one. They just got to get their offensive line going. Here's a little play-action pass. Got some pressure, looking downfield, eyes downfield, nothing there, and Rowley's going to go ahead and throw it away. 2nd and 10. Good coverage there by the Cavers. I'm going to try to get this scoreboard up and running for you. Sorry about the technical difficulties. And that one. And I don't want to select all, so we're just going to hang out right here with us for a sec. 2nd down. Run up the middle, not doing much of anything. Grants Pass there on the tackle for loss. Penetration on the inside. And that's number 3, Nate Bassett, the senior, comes up big. 6'3", 200 pounds there in the middle, makes a big play. That'll force 3rd and long here for the Irish, 3rd and 12 to be exact. Rowley back to pass. Here's a little middle screen. Got a blocker out in front and going to be brought down at the 34-yard line. Number 18, Trey Duncan on the reception. And that was number 22, Tyler Meek, the junior linebacker on the tackle. And Sheldon will line up quick, but they will elect to punt here early. So it's going to be an early 3 and out for Sheldon on offense. Great job by the Cavers defense. Get the ball back right away. And kind of the rugby-style punt. Punt is up on its way, and will bounce at the 37-yard line and bounce out. So 28 yards on the punt, and that's where Jordan Rosetta and Trey Powers will take over for the Cavers. Get rid of all these here. Sorry, folks. Just hang out with me for a little bit, okay? And we got a whistle and maybe a flag against Grants Pass, and that's exactly what it is. And 1st and 15 now. Back to pass, Rosetta, and it goes right through the hands of a Sheldon player. Tipped up and intercepted. Number 11, Jake Bavard, the junior, 6'2", 185 pounds. Sheldon, right place, right time, got their hands on it, And Sheldon now will take over after the turnover. Sudden change on the Grants Pass 36-yard line. Big time start for the Grants Pass, or for the Sheldon defense, however. Sheldon man will go in motion. Rowley looking, throwing. It looked like a lateral, like he wanted to throw it. But good job there by number 1, Cameron Holland. Able to make a nice play there as Sheldon was maybe looking to take a shot down the field. So good job by the Cavers on defense there on the sudden change. 2nd and 15, Sheldon hurries up to spread formation. And now they'll dummy count and they're going to look over. They'll stay in that empty look. 5 men in the box, well, 5.5. Got Will linebackers kind of half in, half out, and they're going to look on the quick pass. Throw is incomplete. Threw it before the man had turned around. And Cameron Thomas was unable to get that head snapped around that fast enough to make that play. So Sheldon now 3rd and 15 from the Cavers 41. Probably 4-down territory. So you might look for something, them trying to get half of it here, not the whole thing. Leave themselves with a 4th and manageable. Rowley in the gun. Dropping back, pressure, look for the screen. Great job there. Uh-oh, did we get a face mask? They did. Parker Howe was there. I don't think he needed to grab the face mask, but he did. I saw it from up here. We don't do that. We're on the internet. It's 2 over. And so that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Is it automatic first? I think it is. Automatic first down it is. As I'm trying to, on the move here, get the scoreboard up for you guys, so bear with me. So costly penalty, and that's going to not be an automatic first down. They're going to call it 3rd and 1. 3rd and 2 they'll call it. And handoff there for Sheldon, driving, reaching forward. Don't know if he got enough. It's going to be close. So that's going to bring up 4th and about a yard. PT team files under Brett. Trying to get the Sheldon file up so I can get the scoreboard going. The John L. Scott scoreboard is to come. 4th and 1 here, though. Big time play. And penalty against Sheldon. Couldn't hold their water there. And they're going to get a timeout before the false start. So that's big for the Irish there. Keep it at 4th and 1 instead of 4th and 6. Fans, we're going to stay right here. It might be a little quiet. I'm trying to get this scoreboard squared away, okay? John L. Scott scoreboard is going to be at the bottom of your screen, so bear with me here. And there it is. Okay. And let's see. So take a timeout after Sheldon gets the interception on the tip pass from Jordan Rosetta in the first play after Grants Pass got the 3 and out. Huge turnover that the Irish got, and they're trying to capitalize on it right here. So Fourth and 1. And fumble on the play. Sheldon picks it up. Rowley does, but is going to be down. And it's going to be turned back over to Grants Pass. So Grants Pass gets away with the turnover here early. And the best band in the land lets them hear about it. And folks, there is your John L. Scott scoreboard at the bottom of your screen. Hopefully I spelled it right. Yep. All right, we're almost back to normal here. After a slow start, Rosetta's going to go out top. Breivik Hill out past the 40, 45. Good blocking on the perimeter from Grants Pass. And that's going to be a pickup of 16 yards for the Cavers. And a Grants Pass first down. Always nice to get that early completion, especially after throwing the pick on the first throw of the game. Not the first quarterback to ever do that, but can be unnerving a little bit. So get him a completion there. Good call by the Grants Pass staff. And it looks like they're going to go a little wildcat here. Is Grants Pass. They snap it straight to Trey Powers. Make one man miss. Make two miss. And, ooh, they're going to hang on there. What a great tackle and great effort by that Sheldon player. And that was number 6, Jaden Morales. And Morales holding on for dear life. Powers took him for a little ride. I'm going to choose that. There's our John L. Scott scoreboard. And Trey Powers is going to pick up the first down now. So he picks up 3 more here on 2nd and 2. And that's going to move the chains for Grants Pass. First down. $7:53 left here in the first quarter. And the clock ticks. Grants Pass 4-3 on the season. In 3rd place in the league. Sheldon down a couple spots from there. But it's been a very competitive league so far. We're landing at the top. Rosetta will throw on the run and almost picked off again as his throw sailed a little bit high for Breivik Hill on a deep bench route or out route, however you want to call it. It's a 2nd level throw, kind of on a flood. So that'd be like the 2nd level, like a 12 to 15 yard out. Some would call it a bench route. Some would call it a bendy 3, a bend 3. And that 2nd level route was there, but Rosetta missed high. 2nd and 10. Rosetta in the gun. Bassett, the wing, handed off to Powers. Little trap play inside. Powers will lean forward. Good job, though, by the Irish. And that was Justice Parker, the senior, 5'7", 160 pounds on the stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8, much like Sheldon had on the other side of the field after the interception. It was 3rd and 15. Sheldon tried to get half of it here. Grants Pass probably 4 down territory. Don't need all of it, but it would be nice to be 4th and 6 or less. So you got to get some here. And fake there, and another high throw. Rosetta didn't get his feet set on the RPO, and I think Powers had some room to run. So that play goes as a no gain, and that's going to bring up 4th and 8. Haven't called James Traylor's name yet. Traylor will be at the bottom of your screen here. They're going to move Hill down here, it looks like, in the slot. So it's going to be Nate Bassett in the slot up top. Cameron Bowen in the 2x2 set. 2 receivers to the top, 2 to the bottom. Powers in the backfield. Traylor at the bottom of your screen. Rosetta and Powers in the gun. Rosetta has it. Looking. And that ball's tipped up and incomplete. And Sheldon's going to turn him over on downs. Number 23, Cody Hall. The sophomore got his hands on the football on the crossing route, and Grants Pass will turn it over on downs. So Sheldon, so far, has proved defensively to turn Grants Pass over twice, once via the interception and now via downs. Tyler Martell and his staff obviously have a very good plan. Rowley handing off. Got a couple guys pulling out in front. Cody Hall, the man who just knocked that pass away, running hard, but all for naught as he loses one there. Sheldon, very young, lost 8 of their starters from last year to that Willamette team that's atop the conference now. 2nd and 12, trips to the bottom of your screen. Sheldon with a dummy count. Now they will look over to Jordan Johnson and get their call. Pass protection, blitz coming. Rowley escapes right, not much downfield, and Rowley's just going to have to throw it away. As Grants Pass did a nice job in coverage. Pass was intended for number 84, Emmett Robinson, a 5'11", 165-pound sophomore. And much like Grants Pass is junior-laden, Sheldon has a bunch of sophomores on the football field. And in years past, this might have been mostly their JV team with all the starters that they lost, to Willamette. A lot of these guys have had to step up at a varsity role at a very young age. So Tyler Martell's had his hands full, done a pretty darn good job considering they've won a couple games with that. Rowley escapes. Now the ball's out. Big fella's got a chance to scoop and score. Able to recover the fumble is Elijah Hernandez, the junior. All 5'11", 240 pounds of him. Had visions of grandeur. Thought it was going to be the scoop and score. Leon Lett did a nice job just to recover. It's not easy to, as a big guy, to, when everybody's watching and you know that you're around the ball, nobody else is there, tough to sometimes recover that, but did it pretty smooth. Couldn't quite hit the afterburners as Sheldon able to chase him down, but so far, turnovers galore here in the early going for both teams. Grants Pass going to go with Bassett, tight end, bottom of your screen, nub tight end, and a fullback set out of the pistol. I have a feeling Powers is going to be carrying, and he is. Trey Powers going to pick up a 4. Powers, the grandson of Coach Heumann, Steve Heumann from the old SOU women's basketball coach. Thought I'd give him some love tonight. Coach, one of a great coach that my dad, actually, when he was coaching AAU back in the day, had to battle against that guy. So Trey Powers, good stock, right? Here we go. Powers on the toss right. Sheldon does a nice job of bottling him up. And once again, we're going to call his name. That's Justice Parker, the senior. Not big in stature, but big in heart and big on that football field against the run. Parker with a tackle for loss. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. And so far, that's been trouble for Grants Pass. Good news is nothing's hurt from the 2 turnovers. Grants Pass now is going to go trips to the top of your screen. Trailer, the receiver, to the bottom of your screen. Rosetta throwing quickly, and he's going to miss Breivik Hill on a little bubble to the top of the screen. And it looks like Alejandro Leon's going to jog on and maybe going to attempt this field goal from about 28, maybe 30, or 38, 39-yarder. Let's see, it's going to be just left of center. Ball's put down at the 21. So that holder is probably going to put it down about the 28 and a half. So let's go ahead and call it. This is a 39-yarder from just left of center. Leon has plenty of leg to knock it home. Sheldon blocked a field goal last week against the Panthers. Let's see what happens here. Sheldon got good penetration, kicks up, and no good. Wide left, Breivik Hill and Leon both thought that it went in. However, wide left is the call, and this game will remain scoreless. So Sheldon will take over. in Sheldon in high school. So the kick came from 21-yard line. You miss a field goal, it goes to the 20. And that's where Sheldon will take over, much like a touchback on a kickoff. Grant's pass, 4 down linemen. And then a 4-2 set. 1 safety high. Penetration in the middle for Grant's pass. And Sheldon able to get back to the line of scrimmage, and Sheldon's got a player down. And can't see the number now. Hopefully that Sheldon player is okay. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, more 6A football action here live on Table Rock Sports. So, anyway. The injured player on the field for the Irish, number 50, Dakota Aaron. The junior, 6'1", 250 pounds. And Sheldon so far has had a tough time running the ball. Rowley, now a little end around, but it's a fake. And leaning forward is the Irish. That's going to be a gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. That was Barry Miles on the motion. And 21, Warren McKillop, 5'11", 205 pounds, the running back. Rowley in the gun, 2x2 set. And the Irish will look over. And going to have to go quick now. So that play clock is dwindling. Grant's pass showing what I call Sam Will pressure. Safety's down. They drop out, though. They bail. And got a man down the middle of the field. It's Miles, and it was a great throw. And Miles on the money wasn't able to come up with it. Oh, my. Miles behind the defense. And a great throw there by Riker Rowley. Miles is usually sure-handed, very fleet of foot. Game breaker for the Irish. And unfortunately for the Irish, could not come up with it there. So that's going to bring up 4th and 8. Looks like Grant's pass has this side overloaded here as they try to block this rugby-style punt. It's a low one. Line drive. Hill's up there to catch it. Make one man miss. 45, 40. And going to go out of bounds there. And that's where Grant's pass is going to take over in Sheldon territory at the Irish 39. Fans, we're going to take a quick break when we come back. More 6A football live.
Time of year again. Time for our huge truckload and meat bonanza at Food for Less. Choose from Chairman's Reserve beef and pork, like in the bag New Yorks, tri-tips, boneless pork loins, and bone-in pork shoulder butts. And we also cut it just the way you want for free. Look for all your bonanza savings on our Facebook and Sherm's Thunderbird website. So remember, always shop at our bonanzas and save.
Now's your chance to stock up for fall with.
And we're back. Powers makes a man miss. Dragging defenders down to about the 20-yard line. Trayton Powers hammers forward for a gain of 20. And Grant's pass moves into the red zone. Grants Pass now go a little tempo. Powers on the left side. Trailer at the bottom of your screen. Bassett the wing at the top. Hand it off to Powers, running right. And dragging a defender there. Trayton Powers picks up 9 there. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. 2:32 left here in the first quarter. Sheldon moved, but didn't look like they jumped fully into the neutral zone there, or at least it wasn't called. Always used to love 2nd and 1 as a play caller. It's kind of like a free down. Playbook is wide open. And there's that little RPO to Bassett. Driving. Can he get in? Leaning. Sheldon trying to keep him out. Nate Bassett able to get down to about the 2, so a first down for the Cavers. Rosetta to Bassett. First and goal for Grants Pass as they're trying to get on the board here first. Rosetta in the huddle. Trailer Hill to the top of your screen. Go back to that pistol look. Rosetta turns, hands off Powers, and met by a host of Irish defenders. And still Powers carried him forward for about 3 yards, down to about the 1. So pickup of 1 for Powers. And that'll bring up 2nd and goal. Sheldon, though, good penetration on the play. See if Grants Pass sticks with it here. And little confusion here. They're going to move that, I call fullback or sniffer over. Rosetta looking, throwing, Breivik Hill catching, touchdown. Rosetta to Breivik Hill. And the Cavers are on the board. Cue the fight song. Touchdown, Grants Pass. And they're going to go for the 2. And good job there by Sheldon, as they had covered down well. And that was Trey Duncan that got the penetration and made the stop. However, Grants Pass gets on the board. Rosetta to Hill on a 1-yard strike. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
A Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Whether it's game day or a family get-together, Sherm's has the quality products and prices that will make you cheer. Sherm's Thunderbird Market, Medford's original discount grocery store.
You want diverse venues? We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Welcome back. You see the best band in the land and the great student section across the way. Grants Pass 6, Sheldon 0 on the John L. Scott scoreboard. On a Jordan Rosetta touchdown pass to Breivik Hill. Riker Rowley, the sophomore, will take over now. For Sheldon, remember the last drive they had Barry Miles behind the defense. Miles unable to come away with it, but it very well could have been 6. It hit him in stride. Looking right, Miles is there. Defense got there a little early, and I would agree with that call. That's going to be pass interference against the defense. And that'll move the sticks here. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a very penalty is costly in high school, especially if it's only like a 2-yard pass interference call, like at the collegiate and at the pro levels, right? It's a penalty to the spot of the foul. In high school, it's 15 yards. So, if it's only a 2-yard pass, it's very penal, is what I would call it. Trips to the top of your screen. Sheldon handing off, making one-man miss out to the 40. 45, still on his feet, out to the 50-yard line. Good run there for the Irish, and number 23, Cody Hall, the 5'9", 170-pound sophomore, able to escape one and pick up about 14, 10 of them coming on yards after contact. Sheldon will hustle to the line, 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rowley in the gun, trips to the top of your screen. Grants pass in 4-3 defense. 2 high safeties. Corners kind of pivoted in, and the clock's going to run out. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. The difference so far, a 1-yard strike. Jordan Rosetta to Breivik Hill. Grants pass, 6. Sheldon, 0. We'll take a quick break when we come back. More Lithia the Superstore Game of the Week action right after this, live on Table Rock Sports.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members. We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back. See a few future cavers in the stands across the way. Grants Pass is going to start this second quarter right at midfield after a nice pickup. In their last plays, they had a pass interference penalty and then a 15-yard run. So Riker Rowley's going to hand off, make one man miss, make another miss, try to get to the outside, and breaks another tackle, lowering his shoulder. Is the sophomore Cody Hall. We have a flag on the play, however, and it's going to go against the Irish, holding. And if you're Sheldon, it seems like you can't catch a break so far. So that's going to move it back 10 yards. It's going to be 1st and 20. Folks, thanks for joining us here on Table Rock Sports. We're really sorry about the really late start. I mean, we got the first play on and we were good to go, but didn't mean for that to happen. Obviously, technical difficulties happen sometimes, and they arose tonight, but we still got the game on before it started in like the blink of an eye. So happy to be be here with you tonight. Rowley dropping back, going to throw it down the sideline, and going to go up and make sure he catches this one is Barry Miles, making up for the one that he dropped earlier. Riker Rowley with pressure in his face, and the sophomore took a shot, delivered the ball down the sideline. Miles elevated, went up above a Grants Pass defender, and high-pointed the football and made a great catch. First down, Sheldon at the 30-yard line. Erase that holding penalty just like that. Sheldon will go in that bunch tight formation to the top of your screen. Single receiver at the bottom. Look one way, going to come back in the middle, and they had a man on the middle screen. Good job there by Elijah Hernandez, the man who had the fumble recovery earlier. Sniffed out that middle screen there and got a fingertip on it. Otherwise, Sheldon and Cameron Thomas had something going. Sheldon will go 3 receivers to the top of your screen. Grants Pass in kind of that, looks like the safeties are down, going to be blitzing kind of look. Outside linebacker, bottom of your screen is going to come. Outside linebacker, top of your screen is going to come. They're going to bring 6 here, and there they come. Rowley sees it, man coverage, Miles has it. And Jordy Johnson, Marty Johnson saw that as well. And Grants Pass didn't do a very good job of disguising that blitz there. And the Johnson father-son duo will be able to sniff that out every time Barry Miles goes and makes a great play. And Sheldon caught him there. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Rowley, hand it off. Leaning forward, not much doing there. Good stop by the Cavers. Sheldon maybe picks up 2 on the run by Cody Hall. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the Grants Pass 11. Miles, second receiver from the bottom, on the bottom of your screen. And in breaking route, ball's tipped and will go incomplete. Not quite sure where Rowley was throwing it. Miles had an in-breaking route. Their slot looked like they had the corner route going behind him with number 2, Cameron Thomas. So, 3rd and 8 coming up. Sheldon are going to run a couple more tackles onto the field. No blitz here. Looks like maybe a little 2-man coverage or man free. They're going to keep 2 linebackers in the box. You got single coverage to the top. See if they work that single coverage to the top. Rowley looking. They had him initially. They're going to throw a wheel to the running back. Oh, and it was a good throw for Rowley. Just off of his fingertips. Cody Hall. It looked like Cody Hall had it. Sheldon looked like they had one there. Unfortunately, Hall couldn't come up with it. But a pretty good throw there from Rowley as he bought a little time and kind of off his back foot lofted it towards the back corner of the end zone. And it looked like they had Hall, and it hit his right hand but came out. So Sheldon now on to attempt the field goal. It'll be Osvaldo Conchola. Right hash, tough angle here. High snap, put it down. Chancola up and good. With 9 minutes and 55 seconds left, the Irish cut their deficit in half and trailed just 6-3. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this.
Diverse venues, we got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back. Chinchola, able to knock home that 33-yard field goal right down the middle. Great kick there. And he's going to be the man kicking off here. Sorry, we're in the second quarter, folks. I'm going to get that right on the scoreboard. Powers makes one man miss. Going to bounce to the outside. He's got some room, 30-35, and Trey's going to step out of bounds. The rest of our games on our Table Rock Sports Network. Cascade Christian is beating North Valley in the second quarter, 28-0. Surprise, surprise. Springfield and Crater are deadlocked at 0. West Salem is the leading South Medford, 6-0. And North Medford up early, 20-7 over South Salem on the road. Be big for Coach Chin and the Black Tornado to get their first win. Going into the Black and Blue Bowl next week. Jordan Rosetta will take over at his own 35. Here's Hill on the fly sweep, not Hill. Who is it? That's Trayton Powers, sorry, on the fly sweep. Nice job using his speed and quickness to get to the outside. Powers has 12 on the pickup, and the sticks will move first down on Grant's pass. Wildcat as Rosetta will go to the bottom of your screen. Trips bunch formation at the top. Powers back there, claps, and he's going to hand off to Weston Berg. Berg leans forward, and Berg's going to pick up 2. Trailer back in. Cameron Holland back in. Berg checks out. Bassett checks out. Call it the fast break personnel. Andrew Jensen, top of your screen. Cameron Holland in the slot. Hill in the slot. Trailer at the bottom of your screen. Haven't called his name tonight. Manned up out here with Barry Miles. Trailer looking and going to take a shot deep on the corner route. And it's going to be brought down there. Cameron Holland on the 7 route, on the corner route. Able to haul it in for Holland. Ha ha, how about that? I'm going to laugh a minute. Cameron Holland, nice route. And we call it when you're in man coverage, set that thing high. That 7 route, if you're in man coverage, you don't have anybody over the top, set it high. And then as a quarterback, you let it fly. And that's what Rosetta did. And Holland, and nice angle on that route. Rosetta caught some rain on the way down. Trailer makes a man miss. Goodbye, James Trailer. That fast, blink your eye. And the jitterbug, the man, the myth, James Trailer. All sophomore, all conference. I don't know if there's a better receiver in this league. James Trailer, get to know his name. The dude is a straight baller. Cue the fight song, Mikel Weiss. Alejandro Leon in for the extra point. Hill, low snap, puts it down. Great job on the hold there from Breivik, Hill, and Leon. Able to knock it through. Grant's pass, 13. Sheldon, 3. 8:02 left, second quarter. We'll be right back after this.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back live, Table Rock Sports. Boomer Marshall, Mikael Weiss, Joe Brett back in studio. Our executive producer. Fans, thank you to our sponsors making tonight's coverage possible, including the Lithia Superstore on Highway 62, your home for Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Fiat vehicles and trucks. Our title sponsor, Lithia Superstore. And fans, before or after the game is a great time to visit Dutch Bros and enjoy your favorite beverage. Dutch Bros supports the communities that support them. And for over 30 years, there is no better place after the game than Abby's Pizza. Make new memories at Abby's. Make one man miss there. Good pursuit, but it looks like a face mask. And I think it's going to be a face mask against the Cavers. Getting back to Abby's. Give me some Abby's special. You know what's really good at Abby's? The veggie sandwich. And I'm not even like a veggie guy. Comes with a little honey mustard, mushrooms, a little roasted red pepper. Very good spinach. So Abby's getting a little extra plug for me right now because I'm hungry. So if anybody wants to bring me some Abby's up here, me and Mikael would not fight you. We would gladly accept. Okay, we're at Mel Ingram Stadium, okay, in Grants Pass, Oregon. So go ahead and send us one, and I'll get you next time, okay? Catch you on the flip. First down, Sheldon on a beautiful run. Irish looking to answer that Grants Pass touchdown with a touchdown of their own. Jordan Rosetta has 2 touchdowns on the night. One to Breivik Hill and one to Mr. Carolina. No. Is that what they call James Traylor? Carolina? Because I'm going to Carolina like James Taylor. James Traylor. Right? And the little wind back counter is going to be wound back to the other side. And, he's getting into it out there. I like it. I'm not quite sure what move that was, but let's call a run-through backer. I'm going to set you down, and that's Tyler Meek. Not so meek with the celebration, right? It's all right, Tyler. You're supposed to play this game with emotion. Now Grants Pass is going to shift to 3-4 front. Okay, maybe play a little more coverage on this second and long. See if Sheldon sticks with maybe the run game here. Light box. You got 5.5 with that backside outside linebacker, 14. Kind of creeping, so that's going to kind of turn into a 4-man rush anyways. And there's the rush. Roley in trouble. And brought down there on senior night, Jet Stewart, the senior, able to get a big sack. And that's going to move Sheldon way back in their own territory to their own 17-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd in California and Baja, California. Which 3rd in California is 3rd and long, but 3rd and 24 is 3rd in California plus Baja, California. Like Mexico. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to coin that phrase. Here we go. Sheldon. And they're just going to hand off here, try to get some yards and play the field position game. Cody Hall is going to pick up 4. And the Irish are going to run their punt team onto the field. Fourth and 19, but good job by Grants Pass. Kind of a shutdown inning there for their defense with the World Series, ringing in the back of my head. Too bad for the Mariners. I know Joe Brett's mad about that. Scatter, scatter, scatter. Ball's going to bounce at the 45, take an Irish bounce, and go out of bounds at the 40. That's where Grants Pass is going to take over. 5:03 left here in the second quarter. You're watching live on Table Rock Sports.
finding your home and auto insurance could save you time and money. And who doesn't like that? Want surprisingly great rates on auto, home, and life? Now's the time to call State Farm agent Rory Wold in Medford.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This has been my profession for 30 plus years now. I really love my work. We try to source as many ingredients as we can.
Welcome back. Powers, outside zone left. And brought down there by, ooh, that's a tough last name. Ian Soyalavong. Is that right? Soyalavong. Soyalavong. Look at that name, last name. I've never seen that one before. It literally 5'11", 275. I'm going to call him Big Ian, okay? Big Ian. Hello. 2nd and 3 for the Cavers. Rosetta in the gun. Ooh, Rosetta's going to keep it. Out past the 50, 40. Greengrass in front. Out to about the 20-yard line. Jordan Rosetta. And a pickup of 33 yards. The junior quarterback rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. He's straight line fast. Sheldon trying to run a defender on. And Sheldon just jumped, it looked like. Oh, we got a timeout. Irish. We're going to take one with them. We'll be right back after this.
For over 50 years, each day has started with a smile, a helping hand, and a promise to be there when you need us most. Delivering on that promise are our hard-working, dedicated employees. At Sherms, we're proud to be an essential part of our community and look forward to keeping our selection, quality, and value where our customers deserve for many years to come. Sherms Food for Less and Thunderbird Market.
It takes meticulous planning, continuous monitoring, and forward thinking to deliver the perfect 3-egg omelet.
And we're back live. Table Rock Sports, Lithia Superstore Game of the Week. Grants Pass 13, Sheldon 3. I am Boomer Marshall alongside Mikael Weish. Joe Brett is back in studio, live in our Lithia Superstore Game Center. Powers, jump cut. Trey Powers down to the 15-yard line. 5 more yards for the junior. 3:47 left. Rosetta has 2 touchdown passes on the night. One going to Hill, one going to Trailer. Trailer's all by his lonesome at the top of your screen. I don't see how anybody can stay with him. Don't be surprised if Jordan goes there. Gotcha. And good defense there. And I think that was Emmett Robeson. Yeah, it's either a typo or Robeson on the. He said Robinson, but there's no Robeson, right? Caught it all the way here from Grants Pass. 3:22 left, 3rd and 4, big play here. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Trailer again to the top. They're going to toss it to Powers. And Sheldon keeping contained and doing a nice job there. Well coached. Everybody doing their job, keeping their leverage. Barry Miles comes away with the tackle. Very well executed by the Sheldon defense. And that's going to bring out Alejandro Leon. And Grants Pass is going to settle for the field goal. So Irish, good job. Just making them attempt this field goal. Leon, 0 for 1 on the night. But Leon has probably one of the best legs I've seen in high school kicker have since the last 25 years. Leon, Breivik Hill put it down. Irish got blocked a field goal last week. Can they get another one? And Leon, I gave him the announcer's jinx, didn't I? Plenty of leg. Looks like it landed on the cafeteria or the Commons building over there. But wide left. So back-to-back kicks for Leon have gone wide left. And the Irish get a huge stop, 2:23 left, and will take over at their own 20. Remember, on the missed field goal, the ball goes to the 20-yard line, just like a touchback in high school. Irish will take over there. They've showed some life. They had a ball on the hands of a receiver. Well, the running back out, running a wheel in the end zone. He was unable to come away with it. And they also had Barry Miles behind the defense, unable to come away with a pass on a deep post route that Rowley hit him in stride, and it looked like it was going to be 6, or it could have been a touchdown. Primetime play. Rowley steps up. He's going to tuck it away. Now he slides. I thought I might have seen a flag come out there. Rowley slow now to get up. It looked like he had given himself up while he slid, and then Grant's pass made a little contact with him. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 8. If somebody goes feet first in the NFL, I know you're not allowed to touch them. I believe that's a safety issue, though, across the board in all leagues, or it should be. That's where the lines blur between high school, college, pro, all that. Miles with a good release. Rowley's going to take a shot. Breivik Hill is there. He cuts it off. Good job by the safety. Hill made a play. Now he's carrying on down to about the 31-yard line. Breivik Hill, as they ran Hill, the safety, over the top of Miles. Rowley got hit as he delivered the throw. Grant's pass comes away with the big turnover. Pick for Breivik Hill. And Grant's pass will now take over at the Irish 31. Got to be careful here. Sudden change. This is when, the double reverse pass, the flea flicker, those kind of things come out, Mikel. So be heads up here. But if it were me, and I was calling it, minute 33 left, you got 93 seconds, I think I might just hand it off to 9. Or find 4, top of your screen. Man coverage, no safety over the top. They're going to hand it off to Powers, downhill. And Trailer's going, hey, man, single coverage out here. Let's go. I got man coverage. Throw me the rock. Trailer will now trot over to the bottom of your screen. Clock at 1:08 and counting. Rosetta in the gun. Hand it off. Powers leaning forward. Sheldon's done a pretty good job of bottling him up tonight. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Timeout Irish. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back after this live on Table Rock Sports.
Enjoy Abby's Pizza at your place. Close your eyes and you can taste old-fashioned values, classic pizza parlor decor, and generations of tradition. Recreate that magic. Open your eyes and head to abbys.com. With pickup and delivery options, no matter where you dine, Abby's just tastes better.
When you work with Hart Insurance Agency, you'll experience the quality service and attention to detail that you'll only find with an independent insurance agency. Hart Insurance Agency was founded in 1947 and is one of the largest independent, locally owned agencies in Southern Oregon, with offices in Grants Pass and Medford. Their experienced team of agents have the knowledge to design, place, and to manage your personal and business insurance plans. Find out more. Visit hartinsurance.com.
Here's a good-looking pizza, guaranteed to bring some smiles. And right now, it's on sale, so it's good for your wallet, too. This giant is loaded with toppings and can feed up to 6 people. Order at abbys.com. Give us a call or just drop by. Only at Abby's Legendary Pizza.
Welcome back live here on Table Rock Sports. 58 seconds left, 3rd and 3. Grant's pass coming out of a timeout. Sheldon jumps, and Jordan Rosetta got him to go. It's going to be a first down for Grant's pass. Good job coming out of the timeout. Using their snap count. And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty, so 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Rosetta in the gun. Trailer, bottom of your screen. You got 6 in the box. If you're Sheldon, you got 6 in there to block them if you're Grants pass. Westenberg, the running back, they're going to look to pass. They got Trailer wide open in the middle. Throw some lob on it. A little bit of loft, and going to throw it to Breivik Hill. Breivik Hill's second touchdown of the game. Great job by Rosetta sitting on his back foot and finding Hill. He had Hill or Trailer in the middle there. And touchdown, Grant's pass. Jordan Rosetta's third here in the first half. Leon is in for the extra point from the Hill hold. No band to play the fight song there, so I couldn't cue the band. Leon, kick up and good, and that makes it Grant's pass 20, Sheldon 3. Here with 53.1 seconds left in the second quarter. We're going to keep it right here. Fans, today's game is brought to you by the Southern Oregon Sports Commission's Know Your Role campaign, promoting respectful behavior at youth sporting events, and by Hart Insurance, providing personal and business coverage in Grants Pass and Medford. Fans, Rogue Credit Union is your partner in your financial journey and is proud to partner with Table Rock Sports each year to bring you coverage of your favorite teams. And thank you to Avista Utilities in Southern Oregon for over 15 years in support of our local sports coverage. Fans also like to say thank you to Sherm's Thunderbird and Food for Less in Southern Oregon for 30 years of sponsorship with Table Rock Sports. Great community partners. If you shop at Sherm's, they will save you money. Also want to welcome back Lippert's Carpet 1 of Medford and Grants Pass, State Farm agent Rory Wold of Medford, and Crater Car Wash in the Rogue Valley. Thank you to those 3 great additions to our sponsorship roster. Leon boots that ball out of the end zone. Sheldon will take over at their own 20. Sheldon's had some opportunities here in the first half. Haven't been able to come away with much. Riker Rowley in the gun. Hand it off, and trucking inside. Pickup of 6 yards for Cody Hall. Sophomore Rowley handing off to sophomore Hall. 30 seconds and ticking. Rowley will take it, hand it off to Hall again. Run through backer is number 22, Tyler Meek again. And timeout, Grant's pass, 16.9 seconds left. We're going to keep it right here. For almost 50 years, Bill's Glass has been the clear choice in Southern Oregon for your home, vehicle, or business needs. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass supports our schools and communities. Also, fans, please discover the vibrant lifestyle at Twins Creek Retirement in Central Point. Enjoy spacious apartments, gourmet dining, and enriching activities in a welcoming community. Learn more at twincreeksretirement.com. Check out the new sports voice in Southern Oregon, the Ace Sports Radio, AM 1300, FM 107.9, and streaming live at the acesportsradio.com. 5 live NFL games per week, along with NCAA football and SOU football action. Weekdays, it's the Rich Eisen Show. Our weekday local show teed up with Joe Brett. and John Canzano's bald-faced truth. Grants Pass will get the stop, and it's going to be short of the first down, so that's going to bring up 4th and 3. Sheldon's going to have to send the punt team on with 12.3 seconds left. So Grants Pass is going to force them to punt and maybe go after a block here. Also, they have a good returner in Hill. Dangerous with the football. You see the Irish coaching staff in the huddle there going over special teams. Boomer Marshall alongside Mikael Weiss. Joe Brett back in studio. 12.3 seconds left here. Second quarter. Grants Pass leading 20-3 in our Lithia Superstore game of the week. Sheldon got a punt here. Grants Pass has no timeouts left. Going to pressure off the right side. Hill is going to have it now. And good job there covering by the Irish. That was number 11, Jake Bavard. Bavard, 6'2", 285-pound junior. So 4.1 seconds left for the Cavers. Rosetta can easily throw the ball from their own 42 down to the end zone. Let's see if Grants Pass is going to take a shot here. Maybe you set up a screen. Maybe you take a shot down the field. You got one play. Brings up nightmares of the Medford Black Tornado back in the day in the state semifinal against Corvallis when Donnie Reynolds went 60 yards untouched with only 2 seconds left to beat Medford in the state semifinal to go to the state championship at Spiegelberg Stadium. It was about right at this yard line that they had it. And here comes the screen to Hill. Good job there from Sheldon making the tackle. That's number 6, Jaden Morales, making the tackle. That's going to bring us to the halftime break. Grants Pass leads 20-3 over the Sheldon Irish. And you're watching the Lithia Superstore game of the week. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have the halftime show. I'm going to let the video play a little bit. And go ahead and sit back, turn the TV up or the console up, because the Grants Pass band is what I call the best band in the land. So pretty awesome halftime show they usually have here. Enjoy. I'm going to go grab a quick drink. So we'll be right back here right after this, live on Table Rock Sports.
A Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
Luxurious Karastan flooring. The flooring you need to live beautifully. It's time to enjoy savings with style during the National Karastan Month Journey into Savings event. Get a free Karastep carpet cushion and capture the lowest prices of the season with every purchase. And ask about special zero-interest financing during National Karastan Month, exclusively at both Lippert's Carpet One locations, Medford and Grants Pass.
The Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram of Medford Superstore wants to buy your vehicle. So we'll beat any other dealer's offer to buy your vehicle by $500. And if we don't buy your vehicle, we'll fill up your gas tank. Only at Lithia Dodge.
do a couple of cheers for us. So let's give them a rousing ovation to get them all pumped up for their cheer tonight. They've been practicing all week. Hope they look good in their pink shirts for our pink out tonight. All right, girls, whenever you're ready. Got a nice round of applause for our high school cheerleaders who We need you, if you're in the rail, we need you to find a seat. We don't want you blocking the view of the band's performance. Everybody's sitting down. So find your seat. We appreciate that. Here, Aaliyah Duvall, we have a little wallet of yours, I think. Aaliyah Duvall, of the announcement booth, it's in the wallet. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to this field your Grants Pass High School marching band and color guard. The band is under the direction of Louis Norfleet, Noreen Norfleet, Lucy Ireland, and Jerry Thomas. Tonight the band will be performing their 2025 show, A Swan Song. The program features music from the famous ballet Swan Lake by Peter Tchaikovsky, along with Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish and Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys. We're going to start by saying thank you to all of our 43 seniors for their 4 years of dedication and hard work. We would not be here without you. The band and guard has been busy in recent weeks with competitions in Oregon, most recently at 21st at the Sunset Classic in Portland on October 19th. Winning Best Music, Best Color Guard, and Best General Effect. We have 2 weeks remaining in their competitive season that includes the Northwest Marching Band Championships in Hillsborough next weekend, followed by their final competition at Sacramento State University on November 8th, where they will compete against schools from across California. Now,
discover the Crater Advantage at Crater Car Wash today.
Fans, sit back and enjoy the show. You guys got to see the cheerleaders, and now you get to see the best band in the whole land. Here you go. Sorry about that. The best band in the land, though, I'm telling you. These kids just flat out get it. And the Flag Girls and what do they call that? The rally team? What was that, Mikhail? The Flag Girl? Spirit? I don't know. Whatever it is, they're awesome at it. And the moves. I'm going to let you guys listen in. There's another song, okay? 5:50 left here at halftime. Mikhail's bringing you those great shots at home, so. The best band in the land. Great halftime show. Grants Pass, marching band, spirit, team, the flag girls, the cheerleaders, everybody. What a presentation. What a show. Unbelievable, man. It's what it's all about. High school, it's not just athletics, man. It's the arts. It's being part of something bigger than yourself. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. About being something part of bigger than yourself. How about some updated scores here? South Medford just got on the board. West Salem only leads 12-7 in the third quarter. South Medford going toe-to-toe with one of the top 6 teams in the state. After they coming off the 21-0 victory over Sheldon, and the week before they beat a tough Sprague team in overtime. So South Medford getting a little bit better as time goes on, as the season goes on. Coach Singler's got his guys going. North Medford, how about this? North Medford 20, South Salem 7. South Salem driving, however. They're in the third quarter at Guido Aldorazo Stadium in Salem, Oregon, the state's capital. 2:45 left in the halftime break. Grants Pass leading 20-3 at the half behind Jordan Rosetta's 3 touchdown passes, 2 to Breivik Hill, 1 to James Traylor. The Irish got on the board with a 33-yard field goal early in the second quarter. The question is, can Grants Pass keep the pedal to the metal now? Sheldon had a couple opportunities offensively, just very, very young, and got to capitalize when you have those opportunities. Unable to do so in the first half. Grants Pass's defense played very well against the run, forcing Sheldon to be one-dimensional and having to throw the football. So let's see what this second half brings. I think the first couple drives are going to be huge. Grants Pass will get the ball to start. Coach Marty Johnson, the legend, down there talking about getting his guys pumped up. I love seeing that. Marty Johnson, my head coach when I played once upon a time in the All-Star game, the Les Schwab Bowl. Great coach, one of the best coaches the state's ever seen. But you know what? I would consider him even a better man. So I know his son Jordy, who won a national championship at the University of Montana, starred at Sheldon, is now coaching at Sheldon. Lane Johnson, brother of Marty Johnson, used to be the head coach here at Sheldon as well. Marty had his stint. Lane had his stint. Tyler Martell now leading the squad for the Irish. But let's talk about the real Johnson, okay? The one that got the whole party started, and that was Papa, okay? I know this is a Grants Pass broadcast, but the Johnson family is one of those families that is like, one of the first families of football in the state of Oregon. I know we lost Papa a couple years ago, but if anybody ever met him, and you ever meet this Johnson family, near and dear to my heart. So that's my 2 cents about the Johnson family there. Great football family, but even better dudes, man. They're just great men, great leader of men. So got a lot of respect for those guys. Got a lot of respect for Tyler Martell. Got a lot of respect for Coach Kennedy and what Grants Pass has done with their program. Jordan Rosetta. One of my favorite dudes to call a game for is Jordan Rosetta. Got to know him a little bit. Jordan's daddy was really good friends with my brother, my older brother. So Jordan's daddy knew me when I was just a little baby boy running around. So gotten to connect with him a little bit has been pretty cool. Anyway, enough about that. We're underway here to start the second half. Kickoff will sail out of bounds. Grants Pass will take over at the 35-yard line. Nice to see a little life from Sheldon coming out of the break. I went down at half, and coaching staff, and also on the coaching staff, notable that people might remember the name Curtis White. Curtis White starred at University of Oregon as a tight end, D-end, and unbelievable player out of high school, basketball, football. Originally a Medford kid, believe it or not. Grew up in Medford. So it was great to see Curtis down there before the game, too. And looked like they got a false start here, and Sheldon players were signaling down. False start against the Cavers to start the third quarter. Sheldon has a lot of pride with this program, I'll tell you that. Those guys down there in the coaching staff have won a lot of state championships, a lot of big games, and have dominated Southern Oregon football, for the past 25 years plus. So hats off to them. They're going through a little growing. They're going through a little change here. Changing to the guard. Rosetta pumps it, looking for the man down the sideline. Rosetta keeps his feet, and it looks like there's going to be a holding penalty, and Rosetta will get ushered out of bounds. They had a little pump and go, faked the screen, and had a little stalk and act like you're going to block and then run the wheel. Sheldon, though, well-schooled, stayed at home, did their job. And then it looked like the corner, Barry Miles got held by the Grants Pass receiver as Rosetta tried to extend the play. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. And Sheldon might decline here. Holding. Grants Pass. Penalties declined. 2nd and 15 here. Trailer, bottom of your screen. Bassett the wing. Hill in the slot to the top. Weston Berg next to Rosetta in the backfield. Oh, and it looked like that might have had an opportunity for an interception. What happened was the outside linebacker for Sheldon buzzed to the flat, but he didn't have his eyes on the football, right? So when you're playing zone coverage, you got to see the football. They were playing kind of a zone scheme, and they're running to the flat there. Rosetta didn't have a lot on the pass, and Sheldon had an opportunity to interception there. Didn't have their head around in time. And coming down with the pass was Cameron Bowen. So that'll bring up 3rd and 8. 2-by-2 formation. Rosetta drops back, looking, and throwing. Breivik Hill doing his job, catching. 26 yards on the reception. Breivik Hill able to make the catch, and a first down for Grants Pass. Interesting, Sheldon declined that penalty. It would have been 1st and 25. I just think you push him back there instead of making it 2nd and 15. Irregardless though, Grants Pass, if they would have had that gain, would have been 2nd and 25, 3rd and 25. They still would have picked it up. 26, Berg now running forward. Weston Berg driving, and Weston Berg picks up 2. The senior running back. South Salem did score, so North Medford leads 20-13. I see Traeger Healy on the camera in the Lithia Superstore Game Center. Traeger Healy talking to Coach Chin as the Black Tornado try to get their first win. South Medford trailing 12-7, but have the ball and driving in West Salem territory in the fourth quarter. Rosetta here, back to pass, looking, Trailer there, and just a little bit out too far in front of Trailer. Ball sailed a little wide. Got to tell Jordan there, keep the ball inbounds and upfield. Upfield shoulder, he missed it just a little bit wide. Ball might have landed out of bounds. A little bit more air. Usually Jordan doesn't have a difficult time putting air on the football. We call it throw it in the bucket, right? Got to get that nose of that football going downward towards the ground. He does a great job with that. And it's almost like you're shooting a free throw with your wrist snap on the throw, right? He does a great job with that. That one sailed a little bit on him, and I bet if you asked Jordan, it came out of his hand a little funny. Maybe off of one of the fingers. You know, the last finger it should touch is that pointer finger. Maybe it came off the middle or the ring finger. Maybe he didn't have a good grip. It has been raining all day. Rosetta dropped back to pass. Got a man open. Breivik Hill, make a man miss. 5, dive in the end zone. Touchdown, Grants pass. Jordan Rosetta to Breivik Hill, 36 yards on the strike. And it's Mr. Rosetta, the Sheriff's fourth of the evening. Breivik Hill's third on the night. Touchdown, GP. Man coverage in time is a recipe for disaster if you're playing against Grants Pass. Rosetta saw the man coverage, diagnosed the coverage, had time to step up in the pocket. Hill wide open, and a great job by Rosetta there putting the ball on the receiver. Don't lead him. He's wide open. Stick it on him, and that's what Jordan did there for his fourth touchdown of the night. High snap, and a good job by Hill, who had this third touchdown reception of the night, getting the ball down. Leon on time with his kick, up and good. 9:44 left here in the third quarter. Grants Pass 27, the Irish 3. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, more varsity 6A football action coming at you live on Table Rock Sports. Boys are ball boying. Welcome back live, Mel Ingram Stadium. Boomer Marshall, Mikael Weiss on the campus of Grants Pass High School. Grants Pass 27, Sheldon 3. Can't help but notice South Medford almost going in to take the lead against West Salem at home at Spiegelberg Stadium. They trail 12-7, but have a first and goal on the 4-yard line against one of the top 6 teams in the state. I know that because both of my boys, Seth and Cy, they're ball boying at Spiegelberg Stadium tonight for the Panthers. So I'm here. I'm doing my duty. Love being out here for Friday night football game. But also watching that one close. West Salem, one of the top 8 teams in the state. What a win for the Panthers that would be. And that's who the Grants Pass Cavemen have next week. So Sheldon in the gun, 2x2 formation. Riker Rowley, pressure, screen, got a man. Hall, 25, 30, make a move to the outside. 40, 45, 50, into GP territory, break an ankle. My goodness. Cody Hall. Wow, what a nice screen set up there by the Irish. And a pickup of 45 on the pass. Big time start there for the Irish in this drive. Into Grants Pass territory in one play. And a dummy count. Now they'll look over. That should slow down the rush a little bit, right? And a GT. I call it a GT counter or guard tackle counter there. And Sheldon's going to pick up 4. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. Hall had a 45-yard reception. And now a 4-yard rush. Riker Rowley in the gun, trips to the top of your screen. Barry Miles, bottom of your screen. The Panthers have just taken the lead at Spiegelberg Stadium, 13-12, in the fourth quarter against one of the top teams in the state. Riker Rowley back to pass. Got a man out there. Going up, and it went off the deflection off the Grants Pass player's helmet. That was number 13, Bronx Ely. Ely. Extra point for South Medford, up and good. 14-12. Panthers lead at Spiegelberg Stadium. Third and 6 here at Mel Ingram. Empty formation. Looking right, got a man there. And making the play there is Barry Miles. And Miles will take it down to the 15-yard line. A pickup of 16 for the Irish. And a nice pitch and catch from Rowley to Miles. And Sheldon now 1st and goal in the red zone. Or excuse me, 1st and 10 in the red zone. Sorry, at the 15-yard line, not 1st and goal. Sheldon has come out with some renewed purpose here on the offensive side to start the third quarter. Bunch formation, bottom of your screen. We're going to fake it one way, hand it to Miles the other. A little end around. Grants Pass does a nice job of staying at home. And Miles is going to lose 3 on the play. Good job by the backside of that Grants Pass defense. Keeping contained. Keeping Sheldon in the corral, as we like to say. Sheldon will go back to that 5-wide look. I think they have something here, numbers-wise, matchup-wise. It looks like it's man coverage across the board. So what you got to do is find your favorite receiver with your favorite route right here. And now Grants Pass will bounce back, and they're going to play zone. So you got to have a zone check off of it. And looking, got a guy in the middle. They had number 2 streaking down the middle. Grants Pass did a nice job of jumping out of that defense, that man coverage, the 5-across defensive look, and jumping back into that zone 2 high look. The one that you beat it with there, and I think Sheldon had him, was Cameron Thomas right down the middle. So you try to work that middle in between those 2 high safeties in that zone look. 3rd and 13, so there's the 2 high safeties. You can see there the middle of the field where the M is. Looking there, penetration and sack. And what a night for Elijah Hernandez. Fumble recovery, couple of sacks, a pass deflection, and Elijah Hernandez has had a huge night for the Cavers. So that's going to bring up 4th and 22. Interesting time here. Can't punt it. You're on the 27-yard line. If I'm Grants Pass, I'm going to have Barry Miles circled. Okay, if I'm Sheldon, I'm going right down the middle. You see in between the E and the M down there in the end zone? If they got those 2 high safeties, you got to try to split them. Rowley back to pass, got to throw it up here and take a shot, and he doesn't do so. Grants Pass is going to get the sack. And that's Elijah Hernandez, I believe, again, right? 22. Tyler Meek was in the area. And a big-time sack and turnover on downs. Just as South Medford scored, West Salem answered back. And West Salem now leads 20-14 over the Panthers. I'm not sure how much time's left there. 6:08 left here in the third quarter. Check out the North Medford game. North Medford's tied up with South Salem 20-20. South Medford had the lead, just lost the lead against West Salem in the fourth quarter. Westenberg running, spinning, able to pick up about 2 for the Cavers. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 for Grants Pass. Grants Pass 4 touchdowns tonight, all through the air. Rosetta with 3 of them. Mr. Jordan, the sheriff, 3 of those touchdowns through the air to Breivik Hill, and 1 to the electrifying James Traylor. I think Traylor only has 1 catch on the night. Every time he touches it, you got to hold your breath, though. Breivik Hill, though, is taking the top off the defense a couple times. Rosetta in the gun. Max protect. They're going to protect with 7. They got Hill down the middle again. Oh, big hit. Ball's tipped up and intercepted. Huge hit there. Jack Haverland, the junior, and that name, if that name sounds familiar, I believe that's of the incomplete. Whoa. I don't know how they call that incomplete. That was a great play. Wasn't it intercepted there? The guy was still up and running, right? Great play there, though, by the safety. Jack Haverland, the junior, tried to get Hill up the seam. Grants Pass having a little trouble here getting lined up. Haven't seen Trey Powers here in the second half. Don't know if he's okay. Got to check on him. Rosetta back to pass. Green to the tight end or the fullback. Bassett. Nothing doing there. Good job by the Sheldon defense. And Sheldon will make Grants Pass do something they haven't done all day, which is run the punt unit out onto the field. Barry Miles back to receive the punt for the Irish. A nice high kick. Miles calls for the fair catch and will make it at about the 27-yard line. That's where Sheldon will take over. 1st and 10 for the Irish. 4:25 left in the third quarter. South Medford has the ball at midfield at the 50-yard line as they're trying to retake the lead at Spiegelberg Stadium. That one's been back and forth all night. North Medford, South Salem are tied at 20 in the third period as South Salem has come back. Check out Springfield Crater in a second. Cody Hall driving, leaning. Cody Hall is going to pick up 6 on first down. Crater 18, Springfield 13. Start of the third quarter there as Crater just scored. Second and 3 here. Riker Rowley in the gun. 3 receivers to the top. They'll hand it off. Cody Hall driving, leaning forward, and Cody Hall is going to have enough for the first down. The sophomore with his second effort able to pick up the first down, and Sheldon will move the sticks. And if you're head coach Tyler Martell and Marty Johnson, that's what you're trying to do here. Let's put a drive together. Let's go get a score. They were knocking on the doorstep, not just last drive, but couple drives in the first half, had some opportunities, just haven't been able to punch it in. Rowley looking, Hall there on the screen, going to make the first man miss, make another man miss, and the sophomore scampers out to about the 47-yard line, and a pickup of 9 on first down on a little screen pass to the boundary. Nice design there by the Irish. They get 3 linemen out in front. They keep their tackle on. They bring the ends as far as they can upfield, up the line, off the line. Right, you get those 3 linemen out in front. Grants Pass had an opportunity. It was well played by Parker Howe, but Cody Hall with a great effort there made Howe miss in the open field, fought through his tackle, and then picked up about 8 yards after contact. Sheldon will go empty here. Grants Pass going to sit in that zone defense, and Riker Rowley is dead to rights there. Great play by the defensive line, and that's number 54, Riley Wallace, the sophomore, 5'11", 210 pounds, as Wallace broke through the line and able to come away with a sack. There is a flag, however. Clock is going to stop. Let's check the penalty. Holding, offense. Head coach Tyler Martell is going to go out and I'm not quite sure what's going on. Something going on where Sheldon coach is out on the field. Oh, Sheldon's trying to get their headsets to work.
Not sure if there's a timeout on the field or not. Official timeout.
Officials timeout. Coaches, I think Coach Martell out in the middle of the field now, and not quite sure. Not quite sure the issue, but I've never seen that before. So South Medford still trailing and driving. They're at West Salem 14. It's got to be getting close to the end of the game. 2nd and 1 here live at Mill Ingram Field. Boomer Marshall alongside Mikhail Weish. Joe Brett back in our executive producer back in studio. Lithia Superstore Game Center. Trips bunch formation at the top of your screen. They'll fake it one way, they'll fake it another. They got a man wide open down the sideline. Got it. Beautiful design for the Irish. Great throw there by Riker. Rohaley. Is that what we're getting? Rohaley. I am sorry if I've been saying that wrong all night. My apologies. First down to the 36 of Grants Pass. Rohaley, screen again. Got Cody Hall again. He's got some room again. 30. 25, cuts it back 20. Down to the 15-yard line. Rohaley did a nice job of buying time, retreating, bringing the defensive line to him, and able to dump the ball over. South Medford just tied it up. Extra point pending, up and good. South Medford with the lead. 21-20. Got to be late in the fourth quarter there. Sheldon driving here, 1st and 10 at the 15. Minute 25 and counting. Rohaley up to the line. Handed off. Cody Hall there. Got a hole. 15, 10, 5 in zone. And the sophomore, 15 yards out, scores a touchdown over the left side. And a great call there by the Sheldon Irish coaching staff. And great job being physical at the point of attack. And Cody Hall, man, this sophomore, he can run. He can get downhill. He's physical. He's got a good temperament behind him. He runs behind his shoulder pads. And a nice score there for the Irish as they're going to trot the extra point team on here. I thought they might have gone for 2. Try to make it a 2-possession game. But they're going to go for the extra point here. Good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. Minute 13 left here in the third quarter. Grants Pass 27, Irish 10. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. South.
Time of year again, time for our huge truckload and meat bonanza at Food for Less. Choose from Chairman's Reserve beef and pork, like in the bag New York's, tri-tips, boneless pork loins, and bone-in pork shoulder butts. And we also cut it just the way you want for free. Look for all your bonanza savings on our Facebook and Sherm's Thunderbird website. So remember, always shop at our bonanzas and save.
Now's your chance to stock up for fall with Sherm's annual sale now through October 14th. Save on many items including canned goods, juice, pasta, and more. Grab a whole case of essential everyday canned corn or beans for $16.98. That's just 70 cents per can. Campbell's tomato or chicken noodle soup, only $25.98, just $1.08 per can. Or Hunt's spaghetti sauce, $11.48, a low price of 96 cents per can. Stock up for fall with the Sherm's Case Goods sale at all Sherm's stores.
Look at both games right now. They're both kicking off right at the same time. Welcome back live here, Mel Ingram Field. The Irish get a touchdown. Cody Hall, 15 yards out, able to punch it home, trim the deficit to 17. Kickoff, bouncing, bounding, and it's going to go into the end zone. The Cavers will take over at their own 20. 2 minutes left in Medford at Spiegelberg Stadium. South Medford 21, West Salem 20. Upset of Bruin there. The last I checked, North Medford was tied with South Salem at 20 apiece. And still tied at 20 apiece. High drama in those two high school football games. Grants Pass with the upper hand here, but still a lot of time left. They got to take care of business here in this possession offensively. No Trey Powers, so didn't see what happened to Trey there at the end of the first half, but looks like he's not going to be out there the rest of the way. Weston Berg, the senior, will take over running back duties. Slant in the hole. James Traylor got it. 32. Scampers away from one and from another, and will go down about the 37-yard line. So Rosetta to James Traylor, 17 yards and a first down. "45 seconds and counting here in the third quarter. Rosetta in the gun. Trips to the top, Trailer to the bottom. Handed off, Berg. Gets away from one, gets away from two, and does a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage. But the Irish are there to make the stop. No gain for Grants Pass. That's going to do it here for the third quarter. We come back. Fourth quarter action coming your way live on Table Rock Sports.
At Rogue Credit Union, we don't answer to shareholders. Instead, we return earnings back to our members.
We know that we're stronger when we work together, and that's why we're invested here, living, giving, and supporting local. We're your friends and your neighbors. We know the needs of our communities. Being a part of Rogue means that our focus is on our members, and when you prosper, we prosper. See the credit union difference and how being a part of something smaller can have a bigger impact.
Bill's Glass covers the full spectrum of your glass needs and dreams. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home and auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 50 years. Locally owned, family run, Bill's Glass in Ashland, Medford, and Grants Pass.
Welcome back live here, Mel Ingram Field. And Grants Pass with a 27-10 lead. South Medford just picked off West Salem with under 2 minutes left and has the ball back with a 21-20 lead. That's at Spiegelberg Stadium. Grants Pass leading 27-10. Jordan Rosetta in the gun. Westenberg next to him. No Trey Powers since halftime. Rosetta looking, stepping up, and going to go down for a sack. Sheldon does a nice job getting to him. Let's see what the penalty is. Holding against Grants Pass. And it looks like they're going to decline here. Penalty is declined. That'll make it 3rd and 17. Third and 14 for the Cavers. Early here in the fourth quarter. It's been the Jordan Rosetta show. 4 touchdown passes on the night. 3 to Breivik Hill, 1 to Mr. Trailer. Hopefully Trey Powers is okay. He hasn't played since the second quarter. Westenberg has been in there for the second half. Rosetta fires, throws, and going to be incomplete. He was looking for Cameron Bowen, the junior, 6'2", 185-pounder, on that deep in route or dig route. Maybe missed a little low, but defender was in the way nevertheless. Tough pass to complete on 4th and 15. Thought we might see that screen look there, but good job by Sheldon getting a quick stop. And now Grants Pass will have to punt it back. Sheldon always tough in the special teams game. High snap, good catch by Leone. That kick is going to be straight up in the air. We'll bounce it to 38. Barry Miles is there, and great coverage from Sheldon or from Grants Pass. That's Jet Stewart, the senior, down on the kick coverage. And a great job by Grants Pass in the kick coverage, and that's Sheldon will take over at their own 29. 11:05 left here in the fourth quarter. Sheldon had a nice drive the last time. They've really had some positive plays in the slow screen game to the running back, like the 2-count screen, not the quick screens to the outside. I call like the slow screens to the running back. Cody Hall's had a big-time second half. Here's Hall again. He's going to break away. 50, green grass in front, and Cody Hall is going to pick up 30 yards. And Hall, all of a sudden, is picking up yards in chunks for the Irish. Into Grants Pass territory at the 44. Rohaley barking orders as Sheldon goes into this tight end. They call it a nub tight end, so they got a 3-by-1 formation. That one is a nub tight end to the bottom of your screen. in the running zone to that tight end with Hall. Cody Hall picks up 2 there. It'll bring up 2nd and 8. Now they'll just go 3-by-1, no nub tight end. One receiver, single receiver to the bottom of the numbers at the bottom of your screen is Emmett Robeson. Sheldon dummies the snap count there. Hall will adjust to the left side. And Rohaley now looking for the snap. Man, looks like man coverage across the board. It is. Going to take a shot. Got a man out there. And, just a little bit out past Robeson. They had the man coverage. You could see it before the snap. They had the matchup they wanted. Almost had that. Almost as good in what? Horseshoes and hand grenades? What is that? How's that go? They've had about 3 of those tonight where they were behind the defense and really haven't been able to capitalize on any of them. Grants Pass fortunate that they haven't. And handed off to Hall. Grants Pass is there. It's official. South Medford has beaten West Salem 21-20. A shocker at Spiegelberg Stadium. Spread formation here, 4th and 11. Huge play. Grants Pass looks like they're going to line up in zone. Last time they bluffed the zone and they went back to man. You can tell by the corners cocked in. Okay, and the outside linebacker is not lined up on those slot receivers. Rohaley will step up, take a shot. He's got a man inside the 20 and down at the 15, and that's how you attack the middle of the field against a 2-high safety look. Cameron Thomas down the middle, and Sheldon's got some life. Nine minutes left here in the 4th quarter. And don't count out the Irish yet. Here's that nub tight end, bottom of your screen. You see 18's the tight end, and then 3 receivers to the top. And basically what you want to do is attack that tight end. Oh, and it's a bad snap. Rohaley, the ball's still loose. Grants Pass has it. Wow. Deshaun Stinson comes away. What's going on? They called it dead? What? Whoa. So Sheldon retains possession. That is, whoa. 2nd and 21. I thought Grants Pass, the ball was loose and they had come away with it. So Sheldon now gets a break. Rayleigh scanning, looking, got a man if he wants to let it go, but he's just going to throw it away. So 3rd and 21. Wow, South Medford, shocking win at Spiegelberg Stadium over West Salem. North Medford, South Salem, still tied at 20 apiece. 7:50 left here in the 4th quarter. Jordan Rosetta, 4 touchdown passes on the night. The Irish, now Grants Pass back into that zone look. Rohaley's got room. 20, 15, he's going to slide down. Rohaley, I think he could have stayed on his feet and probably picked up the 1st down, if not more. So while he picked up 13, it still brings up 4th and 8. See what the Irish want to do here. They could kick a field goal and make it a 2-possession game. Timeout. Sheldon will take one with them. We'll be right back after this.
Diverse venues, We got them. Year-round sports access? You bet. Race cars, soccer, paragliding? Check, check, check. Medford has it covered as your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Okay, you know how people complain about how Dutch Bros workers are like too nice, too hyper, compliment you too much, whatever? Maybe you're not nice enough. Maybe you need to get a little Dutch Bros in you.
Discover the West Coast destination for those seeking more. More sunny days, more athletic facilities, more outdoor adventures, more to do during downtime. Medford is your sport ground, where the West Coast plays.
Welcome back live, Mel Ingram Stadium on the campus at Grants Pass High School. Boomer Marshall, Mikael Weiss, Joe Brett. You're watching live on Table Rock Sports, Alithia Superstore Game of the Week. Man coverage here for Grants Pass. Now Grants Pass going to play a little chess with Sheldon. Sheldon had the look they wanted. Grants Pass had a little bit of confusion, a little miscommunication defensively. Coach Kennedy wanted to get it right, so he came running down the sideline calling timeout, as it looked like Grants Pass was a little bit unsettled defensively. So Sheldon's had some opportunities. In the first half, couple opportunities where some passes maybe hit off of a hand, a little bit outstretched, overthrown by a quarter of a yard maybe, a half a yard, but had some guys open. Grants Pass has kind of been hanging on defense and really good against the run in the first half, but Sheldon found something here in the second half with Cody Hall. Rahaley's starting to get comfortable out there. And it's all of a sudden kind of feels like become a ball game. There for a while, it was all Grants Pass. It was 27-3 at one point, and it felt like Grants Pass would maybe run and hide. But credit to that young Sheldon team being resilient and fighting back. Kind of never say die attitude. I'm a little surprised they didn't go for two when it was 27-9. Try to make it 27-11, and then if he scored here and went for two, he'd been making it a one-possession game. Nevertheless, 4th and 8 here at the 14-yard line. Rahaley back to pass and going to get sacked again on 4th and 8. Kind of a delayed blitz there from Parker Howe, and Howe this time does not miss the tackle. Howe blitzes after kind of showing like he's going to drop in coverage. And a huge play, and I would tell Riker Rahaley that's the second time on 4th and 15 or 4th and 8, 4th and 22. If it's 4th down, get that ball up in the air, give your guy a chance. I know you got a lot of pressure on you in your face in a hurry, but if nothing else, give your boy a chance up at the sideline. Never know, maybe you get pass interference. A lot of things can happen. But he's played with all guts tonight. He's done a heck of a job. 27-10, 7 minutes, 10 seconds left, and Grants Pass gets a huge stop. Westenberg running, and Westenberg will pick up a yard. And like we mentioned before, no Trey Powers here in the second half. Second and 9, Rosetta in the huddle. And now Grants Pass will start to work on the clock a little bit with their tempo. Rosetta, hands off Berg with a burst. 40, out to the 45-yard line, and Westenberg on a pickup of 20, the senior on senior night, with a great burst, but all for naught as there's some laundry on the field. And this is coming back. North Medford and South Salem still locked at 20. North Medford had 20 in the first quarter, haven't scored since. Second and 19. The Grants Pass 16-yard line. Sheldon desperately needed to get the ball back. And looks like we got a little, I call it, they bring in 4 from the field here. So here comes 17, here comes 6. They're going to bring 4 from the strong side from the field, which is not done very regularly. You better have something quick here if you're Rosetta, because here comes the pressure. And there it is, the little bubble out to the right. Good read by Jordan. Good job diagnosing Hill. 30, 40. And he will slide down in bounds. Breivik Hill on a 25-yard gain, and Sheldon got caught there in that blitz. Rosetta, nice job recognizing the blitz and knew just what to do with the football as he hit what would kind of be, when you blitz 4 from the field like that or 4 from one side, you create a hot situation because you can't really protect it, right? You can't protect against all 4 of them from one side. So basically what you do there is you have that receiver, that inside receiver, run a short route, and if that safety's not down on top of that second receiver, okay, you have an ability to make a big play, but you have to be able to diagnose the blitz, and Grants Pass was able to do so in changing tempos there. Rosetta's going to keep it, and he's going to slide down in bounds. Rosetta down to the 48-yard line, and that's going to be a pickup of 7 by Jordan. Good job staying in bounds, keep the clock running. With 4.5 in ticking here in the fourth quarter. I told some of the Sheldon coaches before the game, I said, Jordan, I think Rosetta is straight line fast. He really is. He's just not comfortable yet all the way tucking it and getting vertical, but you can see the ability is there. He's a big kid. He's a strong kid. He's got good speed, good strength. I think when he learns to run behind his shoulder pads, and whether it's a look or your read, when you get that confidence within yourself to go ahead and use those legs based on some kind of defensive coverage or defensive look, that's when he's really going to evolve as a quarterback. So that's one thing I would tell Jordan going into the offseason. And one thing you can really, really work on, go through my progression, and then where do I go from there? I think he has the athletic ability to do those kind of things. I think it's the trust and the belief within, because I don't think he's ever been a running quarterback before. Rosetta, Westonberg. Over the right side, Berg will lean forward, and Weston will pick up 1. And the clock's going to go under 3 minutes here in just a few seconds. Sheldon, though, has played the Cavers here even in the second half. It was 20-3 at the half. Grants Pass came out and scored right away. Since then, the Irish answered with a score and had a couple threatening opportunities threatening in the red zone of Grants Pass. Weren't able to come away with points. But I think if you're Sheldon's, and they're a young team, you can take, something away from tonight's loss. Learn from this loss. And I think if you're Grants Pass, you can learn from the win too. A lot of things you can take away. There's that RPO action. Bassett, open field. And it's going to get brought down at the 4-yard line. Rosetta was like, come on, man, I want my 5-pack. He wanted his 5th touchdown pass of the night, I'm sure. Bassett, though. Rosetta to Bassett, hooking up in the RPO game. What did we say? Kick those feet up, Nate. Try to get in the zone. 2 minutes, 8 seconds and ticking. Westonberg in the pistol. Bassett in the offset fullback sniffer position. Trailer top of your screen. Turn, hand it off. Westonberg on senior night. Toast one to Westenberg, the senior. Touchdown, Cavers. Cue the fight song from the best band in the land. Private kill on the hold. Alejandro Leon for the extra point. Snap is down. Kick is up. Leon able to boot it through. And Grant's Pass now leads 34. Irish 10. 1:51 to play here in the fourth quarter. Fans, keep it right here. Medford is your sport ground where the West Coast comes to play. Visit travelmedford.org/sports to learn about the many tournament venues, outdoor opportunities, and the event calendar to find what's going on. Boomer Marshall, Mikkel Weish, Joe Brett back in studio. Grant's Pass, 34, Sheldon 10. Jordan Rosetta, 4 touchdown passes on the night. The nightcap for the Cavers, senior night. Running back Weston Berg got a touchdown of his own. And the Irish have had a field goal. And Cody Hall with a 15-yard touchdown run. And that'll round out the scoring for the evening. Upset alert. Not alert. Upset in the books. The Panthers at Spielberg Stadium have taken down West Salem 21-20. North Medford and South Salem 20-20, and South Salem's driving late in the game. Sheldon returning the kickoff. Cody Hall meets Ty Dungy. So Sheldon will take over at their own 17-yard line. 1:44 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Grant's Pass inching closer to 5-3 on the season, and with West Salem losing, I believe they take over or be tied for second place maybe with North Salem. I got to check the North Salem score. Handed off, and cutting back there is number 21, Warren McKillop. McKillop runs into, was that Elijah Hernandez again? 55, double nickel. Have yourself a night, Elijah. Fumble recovery, pass deflection, 2 sacks, a tackle for loss. Fill up the stat sheet. We call that a stat stuffer, huh? My goodness. Elijah. If he would have turned on the after boosters, he would have scoop and score, man. Like Baskin Robbins 31 flavors, scoop and score. Oh, nice move there. In and out, 25, 30, 35, and out to the 40-yard line goes Warren McKillop, the senior, 5'11", 205 pounds, and a nice run there by the Irish, and a pickup of 23 yards as the clock ticks under a minute. Overall takeaways, Grant's Pass maybe didn't have their best stuff tonight, but they find themselves a winner, 34-10 over Sheldon. Still some time left here, but you know what? I think that you got to be happy. It's a sign of a good team when you win without your best stuff. Hopefully Trey Powers is okay. Hopefully Trayton Powers is, it's a precautionary measure. I don't have an official word yet, but he did not play in the second half, and he is such a huge part of what Grant's Pass does, and it looks like Coach Tyler Martell is going to thank the officials, and he's going to have his guys gather at the 50-yard line. Always classy from the Irish. Always classy from the Cavers. And that is going to do it. Final score. Cue the band one more time and the fight song. And if it's October in Grants Pass and it's a Friday night, you better be at Mel Ingram because it's a show, man. This is the last time, unless Grants Pass hosts a playoff game, that GP will play here. They're at West Salem next week. West Salem coming off of a loss to South Medford and tonight, of course. But let's stick to tonight. Grants Pass 34, the Irish 10. Overall takeaways, Jordan Rosetta, big night, 4 touchdown passes. Breivik Hill, huge night. 3 of those 4 touchdown passes go to Breivik Hill. Another one goes to James Traylor. Weston Berg with a nightcap and a touchdown on the final drive of the game for Grants Pass. Grants Pass fought through a little adversity with the interception, and then they didn't have Trayton Powers in the second half. So a great job overall for the Cavers tonight on senior night. Come away with a big win and move a little bit closer and maybe have an opportunity to make that top 12. You know, they're right there on the outskirts right now. I believe they're at 14 in the state power rankings. West Salem losing. Now they have an opportunity to go play for the opportunity to play in the big tournament in the top 12 next week in the state's capital. So big-time stuff. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to have our Abby's post-game show. Don't go anywhere. We're here live on Table Rock Sports.
It's game time. And there's only one thing that makes it all possible. Refs.
We're looking for people like you. Former athletes.
Parents.
Community members.
Anyone who can manage the game and stick with it.
But we need more heroes in stripes. People like you.
Join the team and keep sports alive.
Play ball.
Because no ref, no game.
Choose a company that best represents you and our local community.
Choose a company that focuses on relationships rather than transactions.
Choose a company that empowers their employees and provides growth opportunities from within.
Choose a company that shows compassion and rises to the occasion in times of need.
Call a John L. Scott broker today.
Welcome back live at Mel Ingram as the football players will now go meet the students at the 50-yard line. And exciting times for the Cavers on senior night. Get the job done. 34-10 over the Sheldon Irish. Fans, I said the Abby's postgame show. Let me correct myself, okay? I didn't get to do the pregame show, and it would have been the Abby's pregame show. I guess you could say I'm a little hungry. But welcome now to the Know Your Role postgame show presented by Southern Oregon Sports Commission. Visit travelmedford.org/knowyourrole to see how this campaign is changing the culture of youth sports for the better and to learn about your sports ground where the West Coast comes to play. Jordan Rosetta, touchdown pass to Breivik Hill to open things up for Grants Pass. That was followed by a field goal from the Irish, and that was number 33, Osvaldo Canchola, from 33 yards out. Grants Pass then found James Traylor, 20 yards to pay dirt. And then the Cavers ultimately found Breivik Hill from 16 yards out to take a 20-3 lead going into the break. Grants Pass came out and picked up right where they left off, finding Breivik Hill 46 yards out on the touchdown pass. So 4 for Rosetta on the night, 3 of them to Hill. That made it 27-3. The Irish came back. Cody Hall able to score a touchdown from 15 yards out. And then Weston Berg capped the night off for Grants Pass and the scoring off when he got in from 4 yards out rather. So that gives us a total of Grants Pass 34, the Irish 10. Jordan Rosetta, big night. The Sheriff, 4 touchdowns and overcame some adversity. There's been a time or two when a guy's thrown an interception on his first drive. I've been one of those guys before, first play, you know. And you just got to, you know, as a quarterback, you have to have a short memory. can't dwell on that. You just got to keep moving forward and play with confidence. And Jordan did that tonight. You know, his first 3 or 4 throws, ball didn't come out very well. So, you know, he didn't panic. He didn't do anything, you know, get himself into trouble, because sometimes, you know, errors can compound. And you know what? He did a great job of coming back from that, and he was sharp the rest of the way after those first couple drives. So hats off to the junior quarterback, 6'5", 220 pounds. And when I tell you this dude's got uber talent, he's got uber talent. His ceiling is really, really high. So it's a lot of fun watching him and his receivers, Breivik Hill, James Traylor, Nate Bassett had a couple big plays today, who kind of plays that flex tight end wing position for them. And Trayton Powers, who's kind of the dude that you know, makes it all go. Second half didn't come back out. So Grants Pass, if you're Grants Pass, you got to check on that injury, and you hope that Trayton Powers has nothing seriously wrong, because he has had one heck of a season. All of that could not be done offensively without their offensive line. Did a good job blocking up front, giving Rosetta time, and Grants Pass found some mismatches on the outside, and if you give Rosetta time and you can catch that defense in a little blitz look, he did a nice job of finishing plays, finishing drives, and getting the ball in the end zone, finding his receivers. Breivik Hill, though, was running wild, all open all over the field tonight, so great job by the junior to junior, right? Breivik Hill, only a junior as well, and Grants Pass, really a junior-laden team, even though on senior night, you want to give mad respect to those seniors. A lot of juniors making a lot of plays all over the field, not just tonight, but all season for Grants Pass. For the Irish, young team, lost 8 of their starters to transfer to Willamette, and a lot of them in the offensive line, and you could see the inexperience there. They also have a sophomore quarterback, a sophomore running back, in Riker Rohaley and Cody Hall. But, man, those guys played their butt off, and you got to tip your hat to those guys. They didn't quit all night. Jack Haverland had a huge hit at free safety. Jaden Morales was all over the place. Justice Parker played his tail off defensively. Cameron Thomas was making plays in the pass game as well. So hats off to them. Trey Duncan made some nice plays. Warren McKillop late. Cody Hall, we talked about, was running great all night. Emmett Robeson. So obviously Barry Miles, too, big-time player, went up and made a couple big-time plays in the pass game. So I think if you're head coach Tyler Martell, you know, you have a lot of things that you can draw from tonight that are positive. And then there's obviously some things that you need to correct. But you know what? Sheldon is loaded with great coaches, great dudes, and they'll be back. Trust me when I say that. They will be back. I know that Josh Lyon at Willamette, and they're the top dog in the league, and they got a great thing going, and they got a bunch of guys going there. But, man, Sheldon has got a great staff, great program, great tradition. So hats off to them. They're going through a little bit of a tough time, through some growing pains right now. But you know what? Their process is still the same, and coaching against those guys for 10, 12, 15 years, I know how good they are. So they'll be back, and they'll probably be back next week. They'll have their kids ready to play just like they always do. So big win for Grants Pass tonight, though. It doesn't come often beating Sheldon, so you savor it one way or the other. So that's it there for our Know Your Role post-game show presented by Southern Oregon Sports Commission. And that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight here live in Grants Pass. So for Mikkel Weish and our executive producer, Joe Brett, I am Boomer Marshall signing off from Grants Pass, Oregon. Final score, GP 34, Sheldon 10. Good night, and God bless.